What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those who catch the replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications with these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So, these came in about a week ago, roughly. Only getting around to checking them out. So, I don't even know if these are actually tropical fragrances, but the brand is tropical. They're based here in Florida, Scent Journey Fragrances. They've got a bunch of really good tropical fragrances. It's on an assumption. Based on the names, I'm sure there's something very fresh and summery about them. Obviously, this one probably a little boozy, Bourbon and Bluegrass. I haven't looked at the notes. Went to the site to get the bottles for the thumbnail, but didn't look at any notes or anything. I'm blind as shit with this. I like to be as blind as I can be. But I have high expectations because they tend to put out really, really good stuff. This is a great, great indie niche brand, Scent Journey Fragrance. Cocktails and Catamarans, Caribbean Casanova, Lido Life, they got some really good stuff. I encourage you getting samples from this brand. They're linked below, not an affiliate link. I don't have a code, none of that. It's just there for convenience. They did send these my way. But you know me. They're great. They're great. They're shit. They're shit. It's how the old saying goes. Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit. We're going to find out. And then, scent of the day, expect to see this pretty often. Yeah, again today. Now, I do need to work on other reviews, so tomorrow I'm not going to wear it, but I'll probably wear it again the day after that. So you're going to see this a lot in my weekly rotations and for what I'm wearing for the day. Now that I can openly talk about, hey, I'm wearing this, and you're ready to see this bottle a lot. The juice level continues to drop. Such a damn good fragrance. If you want to know more, I put out a full review yesterday. Please check it out. So we'll wait till around the 10-minute mark, roughly. I don't expect a huge crowd. I expect our usuals, maybe around 80 to 110. It's kind of our core live stream family here on the channel. We got 55 currently in the first 2 minutes. Very niche topic. So like I said, I expect our usual intimate crowd. I don't expect a big crowd. But I appreciate those of you that are here. Hit that like button on the way in if you don't mind. Let's see who's wearing what. Dan, not the man, wearing what's that? Quattro, my favorite of the bunch. Gin Tonic, my second favorite from the brand. Bergamot 22 from Dua. Creed Aventus Cologne, my favorite Creed fragrance. Ambassador Intense, the overhyped fragrance. To some, I think it's great. I made that video based on observation, not my personal feelings. I gave my personal feelings throughout, but that was based on what I've seen a lot of others say. Hayati al-Maliki, never tried that one. Smooth Operator, good to see you, sir. Fragrance Noir, Amber Intense, haven't tried that. Cosmic Pepper's great, though. Great choice, Neil. You never know. He hasn't got back to me yet on a time, but if we do end up doing that, you will have to be present to win that bottle of Oligarch Parfum. That will be an in-stream live giveaway where I'm tossing around a few ideas, but to enter, because that's a pretty badass item, so there's probably going to be some stuff, people are going to have to do some things to enter to get put on that wheel. It's not just answer a question and you get it. It's going to be kind of not auction style, but it's going to be buy-in. You know what I mean? It's probably super chats are going to go on the wheel. It's $1 super chat to get entered kind of thing. Because, yeah, that's crazy that man's giving away a bottle of Oligarch Parfum. So I'm going to make sure that, it's not going to be every single person unless every single person does what they got to do to get in. But they got to be subscribed to the channel. Obviously, they would be if they're in the live chat, because you got to be here for 2 weeks to get in this live chat anyway. And then I'm thinking like a $1 entry just to get on the wheel, just to put who really wants to stay in the chat to be a part of it. And we'll probably do it midway through the stream. But I'll let you guys know. It's not confirmed on the time yet. We might end up doing it Monday. I don't know. But more than likely, we're doing it Friday. So we texted a little bit yesterday. He's supposed to get back with me on a time. So I don't know yet. Scandalo from day 3. Also, Bonnie in Downtown Deja Vu. That's some good ones. Glad you're able to catch a live stream, my man. Dossier Ambry Saffron. Their version of BR540. It is a good one. I don't know what it's cloning, but that sounds like a wait 2 weeks after it releases so you can get it for like 30 or 40% less than you just pre-ordered it for. Because I learned my lesson with Asad Zanzibar. Literally, if I'd have waited a month, I'd have got it for $28 instead of $50. Or if I'd have waited till the week after it released, I could have got it for $35 instead of paying $50. So I ain't pre-ordering Lattafa no more. I'm going to just wait. Lattafa is a wait for the shit to release fragrance brand to me. More power to you. If you're that excited, you go for it. But that's a fragrance, every fragrance they put out. You just wait a week or two when it hits all of the discounters who are going to be fighting for stock. They're going to be competing with one another, and $1 less than this one, $2 less than that one, and you can get it for 30 or 40% off right at release. So I'm waiting. More power to you, but I'm waiting. I hope it does, sir. I hope it does. Definitely Creed Aventus Cologne. Hands down, my favorite of that bunch. I hope you enjoy them. Noted. Gucci Pour Homme 2. Community darling right there. Renaissance. Extra special pick today, my man. That's one of the best mint fragrances of all time, in my opinion. Gary's Den, that's a beautiful fragrance. Excellent choice. Will, good to see you, sir. Torino 21. Speaking of mint, green, spice, citrus. Magnificent. Great fragrance. Must be nice and warm where you're at. That's a very beachy choice. Damn, it smells good in the chat. Wearing Prisma Parfums. Topaz, never tried it. Kix Griffey, what's going on, my man? Most Wanted Intense EDP layered with Wanted by Night. Kix Griffey approved FWO Wolfpack for life. The meat has arrived. What's going on, Dan? Xenia Forte, is that the one that smells like Armani Code? It's either Intenso or Forte. It's one of the two. I always get it confused. Never tried them. I figured you would be wearing that. Bought Mango Thai Lime. Hope you're doing well. You're going to see a lot of people in this chat that have gotten Mango Thai Lime. Talk about how good that is, Randy. I'm telling you, you're going to like that one, man. That's a great pickup. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. I love the new setup as well. I love filming over there. It's much better because I still do the live streams right here. But this way I'm able to stand up and, I can kind of lean on my elbow a little bit and get comfortable and move around a bit more instead of just staying put in this chair all the time. The fragrances are behind me. I like having the standing desk. That's a standing desk. It's adjustable. I've got it at the height I want it at. So I appreciate that. A lot of people but I've only seen one negative thing about the new setup. Shout outs to her. She's since... After doing that and people gave her shit for it, she was kind of a bitch in the chat after, so she's no longer welcome here. She's been blocked. I could take criticism of you not liking that, but when she started, because people gave her, I can't control what you guys say to people. If y'all get out of line, I get rid of the stuff. But people gave her grief because of what she said, and she was a little rough about the setup and it being righteous and I'm not a preacher and all that. I rolled with it. I didn't pull the comment or nothing. I let sorry you feel that way. You're the only person to say something negative. She literally still at this point, it's been a week since that happened, but the next time she commented, she's been such a smart ass, so she's gone. Shout outs to her. If you're still watching, you're just not welcome to comment anymore. You can watch all you want. Tons of people hate watch that can't comment. Trust me, it's a thing. But I'm glad you like the setup. That overwhelming majority seem to. I love it personally. I've really been enjoying it. I like it. It's kind of, so I got it set up to the corner over there since I got that other shelf now. So loving it. Brioni Intense, all four of them are great. I hope they do a fifth flanker. Polo Red EDP, in my opinion, the best Polo Red. Kara, good to see you, Bad Boy Extreme. I know you like those Bad Boy fragrances. I got a Dazzling Garden coming in. Mr. Maritime today. Shout outs to Omar. Ralph Lauren Purple Label. I've heard great things. The bottle looks really freaking cool. Feeling rather nostalgic. Well, Downtown Deja Vu. This is going to be my day 3 week. Hell yeah. Mancera Oud Lemon Mint. Had to pre-order Zaharoff's Blue. Hell yeah. Seraphine Blue's good stuff. I mean, I keep going back to it. I'm just glad I can publicly show you guys I'm wearing it all the time. I've been wearing it almost nonstop for a few weeks now. I love it. Aqua de Jo Absolute, beautiful fragrance. How are you, sir? Another one wearing Oud Lemon Mint. Hell yeah. Dosan by Diptyque. I've never tried that one. Love the new Zaharoff Blue video. Glad you enjoyed that, sir. Green Irish Tweed. Use, good to see you. Been a little while. Welcome back. I figured somebody would say something at some point. Go figure Giancarlo's the one to jump in. Yeah, that's a popular fragrance on this channel. First Instinct, Together to Work. Haven't picked my Sin of the Night yet. Good idea, Super. Yeah, it's just $1. Nothing crazy. Like anybody that wants to give more to support the channel can, but it's not like it's going to do anything extra for getting on the wheel. Because how we do in the member give view members, that wheel, we're going to add people actively live in the chat. That's how we're going to do that. And we'll spin the wheel and give it away when the time comes, probably midway through, but you'll have to be present to enter. That's super crazy generous of Jordan to do. It's badass. It's really badass that he's doing that. 53 years young. I didn't think you were that old. I thought you were closer to my age. Not that 53 is old or anything, but I mean, I assumed you were closer to my age. I'm 39. I'm old. I'm middle-aged. You know what I mean? That's technically 78 midway. You know what I mean? So middle-aged, yeah. Life expectancy's around that these days. Climatic coming through strong with $20 super chat. Let's get after it, boys. Raban 1 million lucky. And for the wife, Jasada Ambassadora. Never smelled any of the women's fragrances from Jasada. I'm curious, though. I have Titanium, Ambassador, and Ambassador Intense, and all three of them are really good. If I had to rank them, I would say Ambassador, then Titanium, then Ambassador Intense, in the order in which I like them the most. 1 million lucky, man. I have to wear that. I insert time when I say what you're wearing. I haven't worn in a long time. Here it is. It's a regular thing in the live chat, but man, great choice. Thank you for the super chat as per usual. I sure appreciate that. Warm in Buffalo. That's rare because y'all own 3. Great. Savage's version of Sauvage. Good stuff. The Czar Royal Paradise. Like the name. Never tried the fragrance. How are you, sir? I am a fragaholic. I just needed to order it on the spot. I get it. I buy shit randomly all the time. I get it. I'm just saying when it comes to Lattafa moving forward, same thing with Rasad. Like I waited weeks for Hawass Ice. I ain't doing that again. I'll just wait. It ain't that serious. How are you, sir? Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. All-time great right there. Ken, good to see you, my man. Every live stream you can see you transition wearing Celerio Oros. It is good. It is damn good, I got to say. I'm probably going to wear Celerio Elysium tomorrow. I'd like to review that one this week. I got 2 Dumont fragrances left from that haul that I'm going to review this week. I need to start wearing them because all I've been doing is wearing Seraphine Blue. Okay, so it's Intenso that smells like Code. Gotcha. Good to see you, sir. Boss Bottle Tonic. That gets no love. Look, if you can temper your expectations and performance, it's hard to argue against that being the best smelling Boss Bottled flanker because it just smells like a fresh Boss Bottled. You get 3 hours. At least that's what I always get, 3 hours out of it, but it smells so good for that 3 hours. Appreciate that, my man. I've never tried that one. Never experienced. Oh, damn, we're at 13 minutes. We need to get into this. Traffic. Mind if I ask a off-topic question? Torino 21 or Vibrato? Ooh, I don't think either is a great blind buy. I think you should sample both of them because they're both phenomenal fragrances and they don't smell like one another. One's extremely citrus dominant, citrus fruity, and the other is very green in citrus. I think neither are a great blind buy. I don't like making blind buy decisions for people. You'll notice if you read across my channel in comments when I get asked about blind buys, I refuse to make a purchasing decision for someone because it's not my place to do so. I'm not going to tell you where to spend your money. I'll give you my opinion on fragrances. You big boy, you got to make your own decisions. What sounds best? If you're going to blind buy, you got to go with what sounds best to you. And if you can't decide, sample them. That's the real answer. If you can't decide, you need to sample. That's how you get the answer. Coach Green, solid fragrance. That's the third person wearing Oud Lemon Mint in the chat. Good to see you, Clint. I've heard it's really good. So much BDA. I want to get Bad Boy EDT and Toy Boy when I get off work. It's your birthday? Well, happy birthday. I'm going to order them. What do you think of Toy Boy? Toy Boy is a very fresh and spicy rose. It's not super masculine. You totally pull it off. I think it's perfectly unisex. If anything, it leans a little feminine because it's rose dominant. It's got like this inky floral note to go with it as well, but it's very fresh, but still spicy. It's good. It's good stuff. It's actually really good. Hype deserved on that one. It used to get hype. Another one wearing Renaissance, excellent choice. Hugo Man, all-time great. All-time great, in my opinion. I'm very immature, so I get it. Preaching to the choir over here, my man. First time chatting. Welcome, sir. Gritty Pomelo Sorrento. Pomelo-based fragrance. I'm sure it's pretty good. I've never heard of it, though. I'm getting in the old as fuck range. I don't know. You're not middle-aged at 29. I would say it depends on what do you think your life expectancy is going to be. If you expect to live to be 80, then at 40 you're middle aged. You know, I'd like to think early 80s range for me, so I'm thinking I'm around middle age. Who knows? I could die right now on this stream. God forbid. God willing, I won't. But you never know when you're going to go. When it's your time, it's your time. But life expectancy has changed a lot over the years. Mine is on the way thanks to this gentleman. I will have it this weekend. Oh, holy shit. Speaking of things that are finally on the way, Invictus Aqua 2016 is going to be here tomorrow. It's in Jacksonville. How it went past me, I don't fucking know. But because Jacksonville's 3.5 hours east of me, it passed me, but it's going to be here tomorrow. It took just about 3 weeks, but they found the package. Thank God. So tester vintage bottle of Invictus Aqua 2016 is going to be here tomorrow, finally. So it has been found. Tracking actually updated. Yay. So I'm finally getting that. So we need to get into this. We're 16 minutes in. Jason, good to see you, sir. I see everybody in here. So give me 2 days. I'm going to start testing it tonight. I'm going to wear it tomorrow. I'll put the review out the following day. So today's Tuesday. So Thursday, I'll have a review out for you Thursday, my man. As far as Celerio Elysium, I haven't smelled it yet. I'm opening it. I'm going to start testing it tonight. I always start the night before, do a full wearing the next day. I like to get at least two to 3 rounds of spending time with it before I'll give a review. All right. So, guys, I'm going to skip down a little bit. I see my man. Let's see. All right. When tracking it didn't update for weeks since April 29th. It hadn't budged. So, all right. We're going to stay put right there. Let's go with Bellini Brunch. Start with the first one. So if you haven't tried anything from them, obviously Cocktails and Catamarans is a great spot to start. That's their original fragrance. It's a true pina colada monster performer. Cloying, choke you out at 4 sprays. Suffocatingly strong, like ridiculous over. It's too strong. Be easy on the sprays. You heavy sprayers, you want to choke yourself out and pass out, you go right ahead and spray it 20 times, you psychopaths. But that ain't the fragrance. It's that strong. That ain't the fragrance. It's cloying. Very cloying. It'll suffocate your ass. You've been warned. Those of you that like the heavy spray and want to just grab that bottle and just start going nuts. It's an incredible fragrance, but be wary. But I love their bottle presentations, that blue frosted look, enamel painted plates. They have upgraded that over the years. Atomizers lined up. Let's give it a spray. Kind of a spray and a half, if you will. Ooh, that's like strawberry fruity. It smells like strawberry. I could be wrong. Very fruity, but strawberry specifically. There's other things going on here, but I feel like that's what's standing out to me. A little ripe, slightly tart, definitely tropical. So I was right with the title. At least one of them is tropical. It's a little green as well. Very inviting, very mouth-watering, juicy, slightly tart. Bowl of fruits, kind of juicy sweet. Playful, casual, super casual. I mean, it's called a brunch fragrance, Bellini Brunch. It's super fruity. Like strawberry and cantaloupe kind of thing. It's like getting a bowl of fruit at brunch. Like a side of fruit, maybe some grapes. I'm not saying that's in here, but I'm trying to paint a picture for you. That's good. I'm curious about these notes. I'm going to be shocked if strawberry is not in this damn fragrance. Let's pull it up. Got the website here. Let's scroll down to shop fragrances. Let's go find it. Bellini Brunch. You get samples all the way down from $7.50. Okay, so talk to me here. Released as part of our Derby Day collection, Bellini Brunch attempts to capture the joyful and sophisticated energy associated with attending the Derby. I've never done that myself, Imagine a beautiful sunny morning in early May, perfect timing, sitting down for a beautiful outdoor brunch, getting the day started off right, rounds of peach Bellinis, our favorite beverage of choice. Bellini Brunch recreates the scenic atmosphere while sipping on a fizzy and juicy peach Bellini. Top is Prosecco, mids muddled peaches, coconut and florals, sandalwood. I'm surprised strawberry's not in here. I could swear I'm smelling strawberries. Peach makes sense. It's a very fruity cocktail type of smell. I guess the creaminess that it has is coconut. I don't distinctively smell coconut though. But the creaminess could be the sandalwood playing into it as well. Prosecco though, okay? It doesn't really strike me as all that boozy. Maybe that's kind of adding to the richness of it. It's very inviting, very soothing. It makes me thirsty. It makes me want an actual drink. And not necessarily this, like something fruity, blended, not necessarily a fruity, what my wife would call it, fruity drinks. Her blended beverages, cocktails and such. She likes the tropical boozy drinks, you know. That's before we moved here. That was her thing. I want to sip fruity drinks by the beach. She would say that all the time, which we do. I bring her to do so. That's her favorite thing. Very casual, very one-dimensional. I don't think it's going to change a whole lot. Doesn't seem like it wants to nuance much, at least not yet. Based on the note breakdown here, I don't think it will. I think it's very good. It's not mind-blowingly good. Some of their other fragrances I think are better, like a Caribbean Casanova, Lido Life, and Cocktails and Catamarans, obviously. I think stuff like that are superior fragrances to this, but there's definitely a place in the collection for this. I think it's a 7.5. Very good. Not my favorite from them. Not my least favorite from them. Kind of falls in the middle somewhere. It is a very good scent. Lacks depth. I think it's missing something for my taste. Maybe not for everyone, but for my taste, I feel like there's that little something, and I can't pinpoint what it is, but there's something stopping it from taking it to that next level. Because the opening's there. The opening's beautiful, but I don't know, maybe a brighter, clean musk to go with it, I think could give it that extra little something, that fresh development that I'm looking for outside of just this juicy fruit smell with the creaminess. It is very nice and very inviting. Definitely worth a sample. Blind buy safe, but I mean, still, I would encourage sampling first. But yeah, not too bad. Bellini Brunch, very good. 7.5 out of 10. Pull that down. Let's see what we're working with here with Bourbon and Bluegrass, shall we? Got to understand the bar is set really high with some of their previous releases. So, because they've put out some bangers, they really have. So I have a higher expectation for Scent Journey fragrances. They do some really good work. I just love the name of this one, Bourbon and Bluegrass. It just sounds like high potential just based on the name, right? Ooh. Got to peel the plastic. I didn't peel the plastic on the other one. Toss that. See if the atomizer is lined up on this one too. Man, he's all about attention to detail. There you go. Little things, they matter to frag heads. One big wide spray should be plenty. Okay, this one. This is going to be the one. This is going to be the one that's got a shot at getting a pretty good rating here. Ooh, okay. Let me try to figure out how I want to articulate what I'm smelling here. It's got like this rye bread type of smell. It's boozy and fruity. A little green, woodsy, but it's got like this rye and baked bread, kind of loaf of bread smell. I know that sounds weird, but man, does this smell good. This is a good one. This is a really good one. I keep thinking wheat bread. I can't get like rye chips and wheat bread out of my head with that just happened to rhyme. Happy accident. I'm sure it's bourbon is based on the name is the booziness I'm getting. But there's also this fruitiness to it. This is really different, but it's still very like vibrant, daytime, fresh, exotic. This is great. I like this one a lot. This one's going to be much higher than 725. I got to know what these notes are. I have to know because I might be way off, but that's what it smells like to me. What an interesting note. Part of the Derby Day collection, Bourbon and Bluegrass attempts to capture the joyful, sophisticated energy. Okay, same thing. Loads of classy dressed individuals congregated to watch the races. Waves of fedoras, derby hats, and cocktails set the background for the big event. Bourbon and Bluegrass recreates scenic atmosphere while sipping on a vibrant whiskey mule cocktail. Fragrance opens up with a blast of mint and lime, which smoothly transitions into a spicy ginger. As the fragrance dries down, it continues to get sweeter, and a boozy whiskey note becomes more prominent. Lime, mint, ginger beer. That's this weird shit that I'm getting. Ginger beer, Kentucky bourbon, bourbon barrel, and tobacco. That's why I'm getting this like bread, rye chip kind of thing going. So it's a super dry, earthy tobacco and this bourbon barrel woody note, whatever this shit is. I get, and then mixed with ginger beer. This is such an interesting fragrance. You can see how excited I'm getting. It's so unique. It's so good. This is like 9 out of 10 kind of shit right here. This is great. Outstanding. It's so uplifting at the same time. This is such a unique fragrance. The mint, and even though I wouldn't call it minty, that's got to be what's giving the vibrance that I speak of. This is like really good. The fruitiness is apparently lime. It doesn't smell citric. It smells like a sweeter fruit. Ginger beer, that and the tobacco has got to be what's giving me like this rye bread kind of smell. I know that sounds weird and probably sounds off-putting to a lot of you that are watching, but son of a bitch, this is fantastic. I know you're going to see this. Scent Journey Fragrances. Soft live stream clap, 9 out of 10. This is up there. This is top 3 from the house. Man, this is so good. This is one of the best releases of the year. Hands down, this is one of the best releases of the year. This one I strongly encourage sampling. Just 2 ml sample for $7.50. There's a link in the description. It's not an affiliate link. It's just there for convenience, guys. You can get a 10 ml for $30, and that's probably all you would need. And believe it or not, this is like really good for maybe not the most casual of summer days, but going into summer evenings, a laid-back summer evening, abso-freaking-lutely. I don't think it's too heavy for that. This is amazing. This is fantastic. It's so different. That's what excites me so much about it. It's so different. One more time. Soft live stream clap. Kudos. One of the best releases of the year. Must try. Yeah. Dwarfs this one. This is a good fragrance. This is a fantastic fragrance. Bellini Brunch is a good fragrance. It's a very good fragrance. It can't hold a candle to this. Bourbon and Bluegrass. This is one of their best creations. I probably like this more than Lido Life. Lido Life was my number 2. Yeah, this is right behind Cocktails and Catamarans. That's on the mountaintop. That's going to stay there. That was just such a great introduction for this brand. I don't think you can really top that one, but this is my number 2. Bourbon Bluegrass. 9 out of 10. One of the best releases of the year. I think anyways. I think it's awesome. That's the one to sample, guys. I think. A little bit more flair to it. Definitely should try it. Noted. Go Blue by Perfumes Belcom. Going to a funeral later, so we'll get a more formal scent. I'm sorry for your loss, man. I'm sorry to hear you got to go to a funeral. No worries, Hoffman. Good to see you, sir. Creed Rolfa, can't go wrong there. Rick, good to see you, sir. Wonder if and when Invictus 20. So from my understanding, it won't be. I don't know if that's going to stay that way, but supposedly it's European exclusive. I think they'd be crazy to not include it here. I'm not worried about it anymore because tomorrow my bottle of Invictus Octa 2016 gets here, so yay. But I can't imagine them not bringing it to North America. That's crazy talk to me. Exit the King. Nice soap foam floral. damn. Sorry to hear that, man. They've been screwing up lately. They really have been. My fragrance net order took about a week and a half. Still way faster than Joma Shop's orders for me. D, good to see you. Ooh, excellent choice. Watermelon and ginger. Almost choked me out. Are Victory Elixir and Black Vanilla. Black Vanilla is crazy strong. Yeah, that's a potent fragrance. I got samples of the whole signature line. Pretty much, I'm real excited. You're going to find a bunch of stuff that you like there. You're going to find a bunch of stuff from Zaharoff that you're going to like, my man. Which one? They're both thicker fragrances, but they'll both work in high heat. I think Bourbon and Bluegrass, maybe not the best for the hottest of summer days. I think this is more late afternoon going into the evenings on a hot summer day. Oh, man, it's so good, though. The tobacco, it's something about this tobacco, because it doesn't smell like tobacco to me. But there's a clear, dry, like brown, earthy, woody tone. Like I kept thinking rye chips and wheat bread. It's so weird, right? But man, it just works. This is so good. So good. I think highly versatile. Highly versatile. Yeah, I think it can definitely, I would call it semi-formal. It can kind of fall in between and do either or. I don't think it excels at a formal occasion, but will work fine. If it's the middle of the day in the heat, you'll probably want something like that. You won't want something on the heavier side. Good to see you, sir. Kumquat Wood. Colonia Essenza. Peeling the plastic off, always oddly satisfying. Very true. Very true. Good to see you, sir. Those can buy light blue, the original. Fantastic. Could be a rye Kentucky bourbon. That's exactly what it is. Probably why I get the rye chip smell, because it is a Kentucky bourbon. So there you go. You know much more about bourbon than I do. I'm not a drinker. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't partake. Yeah, that's a great house. They really are. They do some really good work. And it's really not all that complex, but it's a damn good experience. It's worth spending $7 and getting a sample to try it. $7. If you smoke cigarettes, you spend at least that on a pack. And this is a healthier habit for you to smell some nice fragrances, I think. And people say, "Oh, but it's so toxic on your skin." Let's smoke cigarettes. You know, I used to do a lot of that. I used to smoke almost 2 packs a day. And when you stop smoking, I'm not saying you do, but since we're talking smoking, when you quit smoking, guess what gets better? Your taste for your palate and your sense of smell get way better. Good to see you, sir. Fico di Amalfi for today's warm weather. That's an incredible fragrance. Speaking of incredible fragrances, kind of a blend of a few different things. Sounds super authentic. Rye whiskey is a very dry, wheat-like. There you go. Then it's the Kentucky bourbon that's doing it. I think that tobacco is playing a prominent role. I just moved my hand and got a real strong whiff. That ginger beer is doing its thing too. Man, this is good. So good. Gentle Fluidity Silver, great choice. I don't drink much, but the older I get, taste of whiskey can be interesting. The Bishop has arrived. Constantly buying Zaharoff samples these days. They make great gifts. Indeed. Good to see you, Kyler, as well. So we covered everything. We're 34 minutes in. Strongly encourage getting a sample for $7.50 of Bourbon and Bluegrass. This is easily one of the 5 best releases I've smelled this year. This is fantastic. I was not expecting this. I figured they'd be pretty good. They're usually pretty good. They put out really good stuff. Very original. But this, I did not see coming. This kind of caught me off guard. It's so good. But it's not too heavy. It's not too dry. It's not too heavy. Driving and running errands. Well, be careful. While you're driving, stop typing in this live chat. Don't get in a wreck. So, anybody else have anything specific? Because, I mean, we got a little bit more time. We usually like to do around an hour. We're only 35 minutes in, and we've covered both fragrances. So we can just chat. I'm at the bottom. Invictus Aqua 2016. Congratulations, my man. That's a great fragrance. I'm super excited to get my bottle finally. I've smelled it a bunch of times. I just was refusing to pay the ridiculous resale prices. And then shout outs to Jose for being so generous, wanting to just send it to me. adding a Grail pickup off the list because I love the Invictus line. I love Invictus Aqua. 2018 is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. You guys are not lying about Dumont Brown came in today, and look, all of them are really good. Obviously, some are better than others. I would say my least favorite's Nitro Black. It's one of the ones that smell like an Invictus twist because Platinum and Intense are so much better. They're like Platinum is fruity and spicy, Aventus, and then Intense is very leathery, smoky, dark Aventus. So they got a lot of really good ones in the Nitro line. Like I said, Black's kind of like, and it's not a bad fragrance. It's just when you compare it to the other ones, it can't hold a candle to the rest, to me, of course. But yeah, Dumont, they do really good stuff, man. They got some good fragrances. A lot of people told me that I'd like them. Then lo and behold, Perfume Box happened to reach out and they're like, hey, we'd love to send you these. Check them out. Are you interested? Yeah, perfect timing, please. So I've been able to do a lot of these Dumont reviews because of that. Shout out to Perfume Box. Starting off with a small hiccup in delivery, Tony was outstanding in the customer service. Get resolved. Amazing fragrance line. Absolutely love Bellini Brunch. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. The problem for me is that I also smell Bourbon and Bluegrass today. So it's like, it made me not care about Bellini Brunch. Because Bellini Brunch is good. Very fruity. Very peachy at this point. Peach has really settled in and taken hold. Mikey, good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. No. So I have decants. I just refuse to smell it because I know what's going to happen is I'm going to want to go overpay for a bottle. Because for years, you could get a tester without the cap. Me and Joey talked about this when I had Joey on the channel last week. For years, you could get a tester without a cap for like $40-$50 from FragranceNet. And I refuse to do it because not too many bottles look stupider without a cap than the Versace Man bottle. I refused to buy that. It looks so stupid without a cap. You got to have the cap on that bottle. The bottle's great. It's one of the most original, unique, beautiful bottles ever. Is Man and Mano Fresh. But it looks so stupid if you don't have the cap. So I refuse to do it. And then I know what's going to happen. I'm going to love it. I know it's a tobacco scent. I'm going to love it. And I'm going to seek a bottle out. And it's like $200. And I don't want to pay that. So that's why I refuse to spray it. I have a decant. 2 different people have sent me decants. I have 2 different decants. Just refuse to spray it because I already know what's going to happen. Because I'm bad about that shit. That's how you end up with thousands of fragrances. Maybe inevitably one day, but I'm trying to hold strong here. But I appreciate the offer, Ken. Finally, yeah, for real. It's in Jacksonville. Updated for the first time since April 29th. The tracking updated. What do you mean change my fragrance experience? Because the one that made me realize how into fragrance I was Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue back in 2005. Back when it released, I was like, damn, I really am into this. Because I had like 10 fragrances at the time. And I just fell in love with the fragrance. I was so excited when I first smelled it. When it first came out, I was really excited to get it. My uncle I'd smelled. My uncle got it before I did, and I fell in love with it. I was like, I gotta have this. And that's when I realized, like, why am I getting so excited for a fragrance like this? That was like the light bulb moment. Like, wow, I really am into this because I've kind of been into fragrances most of my life at that point. I was like 20 around that time. So 19 years ago. God, I'm old. But if that's what you mean, that's the one. That's what did it. It's really good. At least get the 2 ml. Intense. As soon as I got my nose on this. Intense. What intense? So next is going to be Celerio Elysium. I'm going to start testing that one tonight. Probably have a review out in about 2 days. Probably Thursday. That's going to be next. Love that you review so many there. Since I'm going to get Nitro Red. Yeah. Man, I've been wanting to put it back in the rotation. It's right here. I've got it lined up to just ready to go. This is my favorite one. Watermelon Invictus. Super youthful and playful. If you don't like the youthful bubblegummy sweet scents, yeah, you won't like this. If you want a fun fragrance that's a beast, there you go. Watermelon Invictus. Nitro Green's pretty good. It's like a green, more metallic ultra male. It's very sweet. Know that it does smell very similar to Jean Paul Gaultier's ultra male. Just Has some more green elements to it, and it's metallic. That's the differences that I find. Ooh, vanilla oud. And I enjoyed it so much, bottle on the way. Congratulations. That is one I'll die on that hill about how good that fragrance is. A little off topic. Anyone looking to buy day 3 cents in 100 ml bottles, get them now before they stop offering the big bottles. There you go. Shout out to Mike. Jay paid attention. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that's pivotal. That's Mount Rushmore fragrance for me for a reason. That's a pivotal fragrance in this fragrance journey of mine, light blue. That's why I hold it in such high regard. I've had multiple bottles over the years. I'd still keep that one over all the other flankers. Even though I talk about the O Intense and Italian Love the most, I'd still take the original over all of them. It's just a special fragrance to me. Got my care package today, new bottle of Decas, Tony Iommi, and a lot of Nichane samples getting ready for my 40s in style. Salute to you, sir. Sampling the house of SJF. I know I'm looking like a dumbass not knowing what the acronym's for, but SJF. Somebody help me out here. What is SJF? Y'all are going to say to me like, duh, no shit. But in the moment, I don't know what it's for. Well, so I had somebody say that I went too fast, and I was like, it wasn't meant to be in depth. It was a quick overview. I said 5% of my viewers, of my audience is female, and just look at the view count. Not a popular topic. Like I've had great momentum in the last like 10 days on videos. Like almost every video has popped, except for like single phrase. Like even the Zahara video's got 10,000 views from yesterday. That never happens. Several 20, 25, 22,000, 20,000 videos been popping lately. And then I have that. It's got 800 views. This is why I don't do women's fragrances. Nobody watches the shit. That's a momentum killer. That video was a momentum killer today. Channel's been hot until I put that video out. So, yeah. I do things that are counterproductive to the algorithm sometimes. Trying to do the passion projects, the ones you're really excited that people really, a few people really want to see, kill your momentum on the algorithm. It always happens. It never fails. Yeah, I don't want capless testers. Like the Versace Man bottles specifically, they look so stupid without a cap. They look great with the cap. The whole presentation's great. Ooh. I mean, for me, it's going to be Renaissance in this situation. I may send it your way. Baby on the way, so when I move stuff, I might put it to the side. Come on now. You don't need to do that, Ken. Come on, man. It's finally getting to you. Would have been such. I know. And look, I felt worse for Jose because like he could have turned around and sold that. He could have sold it and made $200 easy. If he'd have listed that on eBay for $200, it'd have been gone like that because most people are selling it for more than $200. And he's like, no, I just want to pass it your way. Oh yeah. Over 2 weeks. 17 days. Good to see you, sir. Been a little while. Ladies and gentlemen, the man that is responsible for my small budding collection of Bulgari Pour-Homme, he stayed on me for 2 years about it. And lo and behold, he was right. It's great. Soir is really good. The Extreme, I think I like the most. And I still want to get the EDP, the newest one that released. I'm going to get it at some point. And that's all due to this man. 17 days out, though. Oh, well, yeah. I answered correctly then. Yes, he was. 17 days from the first show, and then another 4 weeks after that, 29 days later for the second show. Yeah, and they're 3 ml now. They're only $2 more before the 10%. The 10% off works on the samples too. I mean, it's 70 cents off of $7, 10%, right? Something. Got Nitro White on the way. I do too. Thanks to Will. Shout outs to Will. St. Bart's. You can't go wrong there. Kevin, good to see you, sir. Late to the stream, center of the day, Patek Maison Fair. Great house. Been watching for a while. Yes, you have. Nitro Platinum is stellar too. Not super redundant. No, it's like a more complex take on Quai d'Alfresson because it's very pineapple and spice heavy, but it's a deeper scent than Lattafa's Quai d'Alfresson. No surprise. Little content there is on John Gustave. Doesn't really interest me though. That's the thing. I got to be interested to pick the fragrances up. That's the downside because I have I have the Le Male Le Parfum clone, and it's pretty good. It's really good. Glacier Bold is really good. But man, I mean, if you've seen some content on it and you're interested in picking it up, man, pull the trigger. Why do I have to spend the $25? Spend the $25 if you're interested, man. Because I'm not interested in it, honestly. I appreciate you asking. I'm just not interested in it. Because I've got a few things that smell like LeBeau at this point. And when it comes to ones that smell like LeBeau EDT, I got Kahila Platinum already, plus LeBeau EDT. So it's like I don't need to add to that. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you asking. But yeah, that's my recommendation here. If you're really interested in it, do what I do. Just buy it. Because you can't sample that one. That's not one you can get a sample. It's probably like $25. They're cheap. Cheap. And you've seen an opinion already. Ashton likes it. I'm sure you can trust Ashton's opinion. Shout outs to Ashton. I appreciate you wanting to know my opinion. I appreciate the respect you're throwing my way. It just doesn't interest me. I'm not saying I'll never pick it up. It's not on the radar. When I mentioned at the end of the video, like I didn't notice Rose's Musk, it's because I skipped an entire section. The Prada fragrances, some of her Hugo Boss fragrances, the Montal fragrances, they were all on this one shelf that I accidentally like overlooked and didn't have in the video. Like if you look at the big wide picture, you can see them, but like going cubby to cubby, I missed it. I screwed up. So yeah, I was one shelf that had some really good stuff on it. Really, really good shelf. I missed that one. Oh, definitely Cocktails and Catamarans, Caribbean Casanova, and Lido Life. Yes, those. Paradise Garden going to release? I would think at some point. I'm surprised it hasn't yet. I'm surprised it's yet to. Good to see, sir. Terra Tous. Must have men's summer fragrances, but marketed to women. I haven't tried it yet. They have a new Tous man flanker that recently came out that I'd like to check out. I don't know about that because there's several women's fragrances that just aren't that feminine. They're perfectly unisex, so I totally get it. It probably is really good for men as well. Appreciate that, sir. Yeah, I'm wearing it today. I'm wearing it again today. I'm going to wear Dumont Celerio Elysium tomorrow, but then the following day, right back Seraphine Blue. I'll probably wear it every other day this week because I got other stuff I need to test and review, but I really want to keep wearing it, you know? Hey, man, you owe yourself. That's an all-time great, attractive to women compliment getter. I'm not saying you're definitely going to get a compliment, but just ask people around you that have worn it over the years, just people in your life. I bet you they've gotten a bunch of compliments with it. Anybody that you know that has worn that fragrance. It smells so good, man. It really is. It's timeless. Porto Neroli, pretty solid. Rubro Catherium, pretty much Tarathi Blue, but fresher. It's like a watery twist on it. Hardwood, Pacific Woods. That's good. Vintage Radio. I dig it. Sounds like a good haul. 2 or 3. 4 is a full wardrobe. 4 to 5 is a full wardrobe. You don't need more than that. But you can get away with 2. Your everyday and your special occasion. That's all you really need. And really break the bank. We shall touch base later on that. We'll talk, Kim. I appreciate it. I've learned to be more open to people wanting to send me stuff because for years I would say no, and people would get mad at me because they want to be kind and you know pay it forward kind of thing for the channel, and I get it and I appreciate that stuff. So I've learned to be better about that. I mean, hell, I got Invictus Aqua 2016 coming because of that. Respect points for what you want to do and not what the algorithm likes. I knew it wasn't going to do good. Every time I do a women's perfume video, it never does good. I don't do them that often because I know they're going to bomb. They always bomb. Always keeping it real. I appreciate that, Roy. Momentum Killer was hot until I made this one. It's the truth. It's the God's honest truth, man. Yes, sir. I plan on getting it at some point. I get like 5 hours. It's nothing crazy. Red Tobacco Intense, the best tobacco fragrance. It's really good. Besides from Zahara, I would like to try Signature Tobacco. It's hard to find in Amsterdam. Oh, yeah, you're a good ways out. Not easy to get around there, I would assume. I know George doesn't have an open market over there that I'm aware of. No, he's got Puerto Rico, but I mean, that's not quite that close to you. I'm trying to think South America. Maybe eventually he'll be down there, but Red Tobacco Intense, man, that's top 3 in my collection. I like it much more than the original. Much, much more. That pungent sweetness is toned back. It's muted. It's more about the leather, spices, and woods and stuff. It's so good. It's a good one. Missoni Wave is a great fragrance. I don't care what anybody says. It's a great one. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, it's all about the wearing experience for me. It is what it is with performance. Tom Ford for Men, I've heard great things. Based on the note breakdown, Renaissance and Torino 21, Celestia Forte, yes. So the reason I don't have Torino 21 is because it's a slightly spicier Aqua Celestia Forte, and I love Aqua Celestia Forte. It's my favorite MFK. And if I get more fragrances that smell similar to it, I'm going to wear it less. Renaissance is not the same fragrance. There's some differences there. They do the same job, but there is enough differences. But yeah, Torino 21 is so close. Like literally, it's just like add some spice to Aqua Celestia Forte, and you get Torino 21. That's how I view it. I have a decant. I think Jared sent it to me, actually. Shout out to the Bishop. It's really good. If I didn't have Aqua Celestia Forte, I would have Torino 21. But if I get Torino 21, I'm going to feel like I need to wear it. And I'm going to wear my favorite less. So that's why I intentionally won't get Torino 21. Because I don't wear Aqua Celestia Forte much as it is. Oh, okay. See, I wasn't sure. So, yeah, that's my top 4. Cocktails and Catamarans. This moved into number 2, Bourbon and Bluegrass. Lido Life and Caribbean Casanova. That's my top 4. It might. It's very Invictus, but hey, man, don't look at it that way. Because I know a bunch of several 50-year-old men in this community that wear Ultra Male proudly, and that's way more youthful and sweet. And Eros and stuff like that, man, just enjoy that shit. Just enjoy it. And if anybody wants to tell you that smells like a teenager, you smell like a teenager, that smells too young, just know they're hating. Because most people are haters these days. The world has shifted. There's 8 billion people and 7 billion of them are haters. It's just the truth. Truth hurts. Right now, whoever took offense to me saying that, you're a hater. That's why you took offense. So enjoy that shit, man. That's a good fragrance. I'm doing well, Andrew. I hope you're doing well also. Now we're talking. Niche Tommy. Now we're talking. I think my favorite fragrance smells like an old man flower. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Usually have it at Sephora's for me. The last 3 to 4 hours most of the time. And sadly, it's away from. Oh, you talking about light blue? Don Gustav's getting up there then. Last time I looked, 45. Damn, it was like 25 last time I looked, like 3 months ago. Where'd you find it? I don't know if they have it in stock at Fragrance Buy right now, but let me see. You get it for 34 from Fragrance Buy. It's better than 45, but it did go up. It was like 25, 26 last time I looked. You get it for 34 from here. So still a little bit higher than it was. It's definitely climbing, like you said. Go through your shelves and point out your favorites on each. We can see the details of your vast collection. So I did a collection video into summer last year. I'll probably do it once a year because it's rapidly growing. Since then, I've added a few hundred fragrances. So probably end of summer, I'll probably make that a ritual, like September range. I'll probably do another collection update. So we'll go through it again because it's ever expanding. Good to see you, Darren J. High school woodshop class. All right. You think it's better to sample before buying? Yes, every time it's the better route. Because you never know if you're going to end up not really enjoying it. And it's like, damn, I spent $200 on this fragrance. Now I got to try to get rid of it because I'm not going to wear it. It's always best to sample. You have a good one, Ken. Another Ross special. We need another fragrance, Ross. I feel like you have masterpieces, but your third would be the GOAT. We need this. We're not in talks to do it, but I know what I want to do. Just like I was ready to go with Evening Mystique. As soon as he gave me the green light, I got on the phone with Claude. Here's what I want to do. I have a Word document typed up on what I want to do, the name of the fragrance, notes I'd like to work with, the way I want it to develop, the accords. I can't tell you anything further than that because then I give away what it's going to be. But in the event that I get a green light to do a third fragrance, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. That phone call gets me to make another phone call to Mr. Claude Deer because I would absolutely have Claude do a third one. If I get to do a third one, it's going to be with Claude again because I love working with Claude. He gets me. He's brilliant. I love his style. I don't have to do, but even though I wrote what I want, that's just to relay information. I did a brief with Business Over Pleasure. I didn't do a brief with Evening Mystique. We just talked on the phone a couple of times and got there. We got to what we needed to do because he gets me. I understand the way his mind works. He understands the way my mind works. So it's a privilege and an honor to get to work with that genius of a perfumer. So in the event I ever get to do a third one, I know exactly what I want to do. And it would be my best fragrance, I think. You learn every time, right? Yeah. And it would be not smell like those two, I guess would be the way to put it. It's not going to smell like those two. So no flanker. If I get to do a third one, it's not a flanker. Even Mystique was a flanker. That was intentional. No flanker if I get to do a third one. Again, nothing is in the works. Please don't take this that way. I'm just ready. You know the old saying, stay ready so you don't have to get ready? That's how you got to live, man. Coco Loco is fan-freaking-tastic. You're asking the guy that did the launch video for the fragrance. I do the launch video for all the releases. I'm involved in the testing phase for all of the releases and stuff that's unreleased still. Yeah, man. I have a very detailed video if you'd like to go hear about it. Type in TLTG Coco Loco. TLTG Zaharoff Coco Loco. If you type in Zaharoff Coco Loco, it's going to be one of the first ones that come up. Go check out my full review, my man. I don't really have a specific favorite house. I like a lot of variety. I'm all about the variety. That's why I love fragrance. I would take Missoni Wave. I think it's not as versatile as Mahir Legacy because Mahir Legacy is basically Sedley. But I just enjoy the freshness, the added freshness, that summery feel to Missoni Wave. George is not a perfumer. Claude Deer is his perfumer that he uses for all of his creations. George is not a perfumer. He is a designer. He's a creative. He's a creative director. He's all of those things. And he is the business owner. I'm not familiar with who you're talking about, though. It might have been George. You never know. He travels everywhere. He's in France right now. That's a strong statement right there. What's good with you? How are you, sir? I'm a girl in Genius Ginger. She's been loving that. I'm sticking to Profondo and Provolone for spring and summer. Spent too much on winter fragrances, so I got to cool it for a bit. I totally understand. Do I have an option for a women's entry vanilla-based perfume? Try something from Azzaro. Look around at Azzaro, like Wanted Girl. Pretty good. My wife has that. Maybe check that out. L'Aventure Intense. Kajira, good to see you, big dog. Assad Zanzibar, great choice. Man, the posing video in your IG was gnarly as fuck. How are you feeling about the package you're putting together? I'm getting there. I got a lot of loose skin. I still got some water to lose. Still got a few more pounds to drop. It's very crucial right now. I got 2-a-days with cardio, super aggressive diet. I get 1 baseline day, 5 dig days, and 1 high carb day that I might not even get Saturday. We're checking in Friday to see where I'm at because I might not have a high carb refeed day on Saturday, which is probably going to be my last one if I do get it, leading up to carbing up right before I get on stage, like the day before, after weigh-in. Because after weigh-in, you carb up. So, man, I'm sure hoping I still get that one last, because it's what I look forward to every week, guys. My meals are so boring, and I'm always hungry. I'm in such a deficit, and I'm so carb depleted. I'm so flat. Like that video you're talking about, I'm flat. Yeah, I have a pump, but I'm very depleted. Like if I was carb loaded, I would be a lot bigger. The veins would be pumping even more. Like when I carb up, I get a little bit leaner, and then when I carb up, I'm going to look way better. I can't wait to see that. That's the main event. That's what you put on stage. I can't wait to get to that. We're almost there. Got a little bit more to lose. Little bit more to lose. We're getting there. Stepdad's over 60 and he's rocking them all. He pulls it off no problem. My mom loves it on him. Fragrance has no age limits. Well said, sir. Well said. I'm with you on that. Sin of the day was SPN by Aaron Terrence Hughes. There's 8 billion people and 7 billion are haters. Needs to put that on the shirt. I have Lobola Parfum and I never wear it. So I always find myself reaching for Coco Loco instead. I love both. Lobola Parfum is my favorite Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrance. Wear what you want and wear it with confidence. Hell yeah, if you get asked why, say you like it. Have her match the fragrance to the occasion. Don't wear ultra male to a formal occasion. I agree with everything you said. Ganymede's a strange one. I understand why people like it. It's an interesting olfactive experience. It's not necessarily something highly wearable for me. That's why I don't own a bottle. I'm glad to have tried it, but it's not something I feel I need to go back to. I agree. Same thing when it comes to feminine and masculine fragrances. Wear what you like. Who cares? I haven't even looked into it, so I can't say yes or no. I don't know. I don't really mess with Killian, hence why I'm not interested in getting a sample of this one that he was asking about. Great choice. I mean, that's up to you. Some people hate that it's ripping off original creations, and I totally understand that. But from a consumer standpoint, I get it because I'm a consumer. Yeah, I review, but I'm also a consumer. I buy majority of the fragrances. It comes down to the main thing I can say is if you want the true full experience, you need to try the original. You can get a similar experience, sometimes a really, really, really close experience with a clone, but 99% of the time there's that little something extra, that magic missing from the clone. It's rare that you'll hear me recommend a clone over the original. 9 p.m. is one of those rare times, but it does happen. But I mean, I wear clones. I wear them. I enjoy them. It all depends. I prefer stuff with a twist than something that's trying to be a direct clone. I prefer more inspired by or twists than clone of, personally. A couple of coworkers in particular, one of them considered getting a bottle for a wedding coming up. Hell yeah. My pleasure. Thanks for being here. All over the place, most notably fragrancebuy.ca. That's the main place. Oros versus Club de Nuit limited edition. That's tough. That's close, but I still got to slightly lean to limited edition Parfum. That's still like one of my absolute favorites. Still like my number one when it comes to Aventus inspired fragrances because it's got a little bit of a twist, but it's still my number one. But Celerio Oros, I would say, is in my top 5. Absolutely. It's up there. It's definitely up there. Pistachios are good stuff. Just turned 40. Happy birthday, Roy. Do I start wearing more oud fragrances now? You should. You certainly should. Earthy greens and ouds. That is your life now. Happy birthday. Everybody tell Roy happy birthday. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm good on Greg Doucette's, Doucette, however you say his name. I'm good on his cookbook. I'll pass. Smash that like button. Let him know. No, I'm going to post a vlog on my other channel. Make sure you subscribe to TLTG Vlogs. This weekend, I'm going to do a 2-week out update workout vlog, probably my chest and back day for Friday, and I'll put it out Saturday. But that's where all the fitness stuff is. Either ross.jc12 on Instagram. I have a separate IG page, or TLTG Vlogs here on YouTube, my other channel. But that's where the fitness stuff will be. I'll be posting the posing routine, the vlog that I'm going to be doing from the weekend, and clips and stuff like that. That'll all be over there. TLTG Vlogs. I don't know. That's a hard question. It's actually a very hard question. Great, Ross. Keep up the great work. Good luck. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. Those are much more interesting from what I've seen. Oh, for Greg? No, see, I pay a coach. I'm not worried about what Greg has to say. I went from 189 to 181. Drink Dr. Pepper. I drink Diet Dr. Pepper. I've been drinking even when I wasn't dieting. I just love Diet Dr. Pepper. It's my favorite soda. What's going on, Joel? I don't know if I would say the best vanilla scent specifically, but it's definitely one of my favorites. Sir Siaj, good to see you. Since I know you get those all the time. Yeah, for sure. And I love mango. Oud Rain by Rainier. No, I have not. George Atkinson approved. Shout outs to Captain Filmmaker, formerly known as the Fragrance Apprentice. No, sir, I have not tried that. I have not. All right, so skipping down a little bit because we're about to shut this thing down here in just a minute. Polo Deep Blue Parfum or Ambassador? I think straight up for summer, probably Deep Blue Parfum, but not by a large margin because Ambassador's pretty tropical and fruity. Very fresh. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. Both perform really well, but Deep Blue Parfum is definitely more aquatic. Yeah, for sure. Molinard Figue. Great choices. So we're going to go ahead and shut it down. My fragrances have been long discontinued. They are not available to buy, sir. They were called Business Over Pleasure and the Evening Mystique. They are not available. When we do the Z Creator fragrances, they are a limited run. When they are gone, they are gone. So if you go to eBay, they're going to be way overpriced. Resellers are asking way too much money. And I'll end it on Cody. Keeps talking about USPS. When I got my bottle of Ani X, it took 3 hours around Louisiana before it was finally delivered. Sorry, 3 tours. Damn. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, post office been tripping lately. Really are. So I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you guys for coming hang with me. Just a quick recap. Bellini Brunch, 7.5 out of 10. Nice and fruity, peach. Smells like strawberry, even though they don't list it there, but very peachy as well. But, oh my, is this amazing. This is one of the best releases of the year. Bourbon and Bluegrass, rye chip, wheat bread, ginger beer. Weird, but amazing. Holy shit, is this amazing. Oh, it's just getting better. Sample this one. Spend the $7.50 and get the 2 ml sample. Sample this one if you want something different. This is a banger. This is one of the 5 best releases I've smelled this year. Shout out to Scent Journey Fragrances. This one's fantastic. Top 2 from the house. Number 2 for me behind Cocktails and Catamarans. So make sure to check out today's video of my wife's, a quick overview of my wife's collection. Please, that video is doing terribly because it's a women's perfume video on this channel. They always do terribly. So I would sure appreciate the view and watch time. It would sure help. But even if you don't, I appreciate you being here. And make sure to like the stream on your way out. Check you guys out tomorrow for another video. We'll be streaming again on Thursday and Friday. Y'all have a good rest of your day.